darlings, and welcome to Vlogmas Day 20. I feel like this is the final stretch, and also I'm kind of sad. There's only 5 more vlogs for Vlogmas. I can't believe it, but I want to take this opportunity for a couple of things, a couple of admin bits. First of all, can you let me know, what do you want to see between Christmas and New Year? And I know that so many of you will be so kind and you'll say, Josie, just take it as a break, take it off. By the time I've finished vlogging every single day for 25 days, I'm fully in the swing of it, and I actually don't really mind filming over Christmas. In fact, I quite enjoy it. And we take 2 weeks off, completely off in January. For our holiday, so that is my downtime, that is my light at the end of the tunnel, so I really don't mind capturing some bits between Christmas and New Year's. So let me know what you would like to see during that time. I also feel like it's a time when everyone's at home, they're comfy, they've got so much food left over that they want to enjoy and sit by the fire with, so I feel like it's nice to have a little bit of fresh content up at that time too. And my second request is, if you've been enjoying Vlogmas and you haven't yet hit the subscribe button, please do. That would truly mean the world to me if you hit subscribe. And when you are watching the videos, give them a thumbs up. If you see something in the video that makes you smile or you learn something new, just give the video a little thumbs up. My battery is flashing already, but all I need to do this morning, I've just done Pilates, is head around the farm shop. We've got another Christmas party at the house tonight. I'll tell you more about that and who's coming later on, but for now I've got a few bits to get from the shop. I'm going to get some flowers as well. I've grabbed a matcha to fuel me up during the shopping, so let's get going. My favourite shop in all the world. The Christmas veg is out, the Brussels sprouts, clementines, cranberries, parsnips, Jerusalem artichoke. Yum. Just been sorting out the flowers that I picked up from Daylesford. I also got a bag of these little bits. I think they were quite relieved to be rid of them, to be honest. They said they had way too much. So I got a couple of bunches of this, which I'm going to use for the main Christmas Day table decoration, inspired by the Jo Malone table. If you remember that, it was just basically spruce with a load of hellebores seemingly growing out of it. Oh, this is disgusting. Look at this rain. Horrible. But yes, I wanted to show you. So I picked up some beautiful ranunculus and waxflower and little winter alliums that I've put into posy glasses. And as I mentioned, we've got a Christmas party this evening at the house, and we've got the Wild Oven catering, so I don't need to worry about any food prep, but I'm going to lay the tables with these bits. I'm still just obsessed with my Christmas nails. Ooh, not in focus. I'll show you later properly. And I wanted to show you as well it looks kind of disgusting, but this is what I've been having for breakfast for the last couple of weeks. Basically, the night before, I make a chia seed pudding, so soaking chia seeds basically in a very watery matcha, cinnamon and vanilla, and moringa powder as well, so it's full of goodness, and then the next morning I top it up with almond milk and I drink it. It is like drinking frog spawn, which sounds disgusting, but it's really filling, full of fibre, full of omegas with the chia seed, so it's really, really good for you, and I find it really keeps me going. So yeah, there we go. Right, I'm going to sort these out and also now add my amaryllis into the flower display in the entrance hall. My harness on because I'm about to go for my Christmas haircut. I can't wait. Daddy's going to take a few videos of us getting our haircut in landscape, please, Daddy, so we can show the vlog how cute we are in the hairdressers. I personally don't think I need a haircut because I always look handsome and rugged, but my daddy says I need a trim on my chessie.
I think he's very scruffy.
Have fun, my children. Daddy's gonna look after you. Daddy, have you got treats for us for afterwards?
No. Right.
See you later, my three boys. Oh. Okay, it's super dark in here, so you can't really see, but I put the twigs on the table and then the posy glasses in amongst them, and then we've got the candles on the table as well. And I think this looks really, really nice. It's quite effective to have the spruce almost like a runner. So I've got, it's basically grazing boards later. As I mentioned, the wild oven are coming. Sorry, I'm up here. So they cook the food in the almost like pizza oven that's within their Defender. It's so cool. I will show you. We did this last year as well, but it was Storm Brian, I think, last year. So unfortunately, it was just not really, like, part of the fun is that your guests can go out and see the food being cooked from the Defender, which is really, really cool, but last year that wasn't possible. Today it's pouring with rain as well, so I don't know what we're going to be able to do, so I'm just preparing to have the food in here. So grazing boards, we've got baked camembert, we've got honey glazed sausages, things like that, like really hearty food. So that all sounds very sticky and messy to me, so I thought I would just do napkins on each plate just to make it a little bit easier for everybody. And I haven't quite got enough of my lovely Festive 𝑭𝒂𝒕𝒖𝒓𝒆 plates, so these are a really good size as well, so I thought I would just stack some of these up. We've got these cute little reindeer napkins. Normally I do like to use fabric napkins, but I think given the type of food we're having tonight, I think paper napkins is more sensible. I mean, these are very small, but for some ladies with small appetites, maybe they will want the little plates. Did anyone else ever get taught this napkin trick where you kind of press on it and twist to make them all fan out? Don't know if I can still do it. Yeah, that's kind of what that's my party trick, being able to fan out the napkins. How unimpressive. Okay, my darlings, we're making good progress with the table. If you're wondering why I'm still in my Pilates outfit and looking very, very scruffy, well, casual, I should say, not scruffy, it's because if you watched the vlog where Charlie revealed that we're going on the Belmont Pullman train tomorrow, I cannot wait, I said, oh, that means I'm going to have to cancel my massage with Sally, which I was gutted about, so I messaged her, and actually she's been able to squeeze me in today. So in an hour I'm leaving to have a massage, so I thought there's no point in doing anything with my hair and makeup because I fully plan on asking her to just cover me in oil and then I'll wash my hair before the party tonight. Anyway, so I just had a rather unexpected delivery of a Fortnum & Mason hamper, which is so amazing, and this has come as a result of a really lovely collaboration with 𝑭𝒊𝒏𝒅, who you probably follow on Instagram. She does the most incredible cakes and baking. She's often on This Morning. She's a Sunday Times bestseller. She creates the most incredible cakes and other baked things, and she's done a partnership with Fortnum & Mason, creating a silverwood bakeware collection exclusive to Fortnum's professional grade range, including must-have tins, tools, decorating essentials, we all know how awful I am at baking, so I'm hoping these bits might be able to help me out. So first of all, this really beautiful silicone spatula in Fortnum & Mason turquoise. This is actually something that I need for my focaccia. It says you need to smooth the top of your focaccia out using a spatula before it goes in the oven. Then we've got a baking tin for actual cake baking. I don't have one of these, so that is genuinely really, really useful. And before I open the hamper, this arrived separately. It is Merrily Made for Fortnum & Mason Christmas Merry Losses, a biscuit reimagining of a Christmas pudding, a merry medley of fruit, nuts and spice covered in milk chocolate. That sounds amazing, and I feel like having these out on the table for tonight will be perfect. Let's have a little look at these. Ooh, oh my goodness me. Wow, these look amazing. Oh, I can smell them already. Wow, look at this. So they are chocolate cookies, a reimagining of a Christmas pudding. Ooh. Wow, that's hard. I can't get into it. Oh wow. Oh wow, that is amazing. It's like a milk chocolate covered biscuit that's got warming spices in it. What a lovely idea. That would be such a nice thing to take to someone as a gift if they're hosting you this Christmas. I'm going to change my battery while I enjoy this. Okay, I'm back. I had to get out a chopping board and a sharp knife to cut apart that biscuit because I was worried it was going to hurt my teeth. I think because it's been outside in the cold, the chocolate was almost frozen, but that was so delicious. That is definitely my favourite of the Christmas biscuits that I've tried so far. So now, I feel like I've already been spoilt. Now I have to dig into the hamper. So let's have a little look. Open Joy. How cute. Literally says Open Joy. Time check. I need to leave in an hour. Okay. Merry Christmas. Oh my gosh, I thought it was all the same delivery, but this is from Millie and Jake, Finn and Charlie. Oh, that's so sweet. Oh my gosh, it's just a pure coincidence that Juliet had her collaboration with Fortnum & Mason, and I've opened those bits, but the hamper has come from Jake and Millie, and their little boy Finley and their doggy Charlie. Oh, that's such a sweet note. Oh my gosh, okay. I probably need to open this with Charlie later on because he's taking the dogs for their walk. Oh my gosh.
Oh, I can't resist a little sneak peek.
Ooh, Highgrove original shortbread. Peppermint tea, Charlie will be happy. Yum. Ooh, garden berries tea infusion. Oh my gosh, I think it's the Highgrove Fortnum hamper. How amazing. But yeah, I will open this with Charlie. To be honest, it might be either later today or tomorrow, maybe even Saturday. Because we're going to be in London tomorrow now. How sweet. Okay, I need to leave that there. I'm going to take this back to the post room. Oh, so sweet. Oh my gosh, I have another couple of deliveries here which are definitely PR. These are gifts from some of our favourite brands. So I've got a little gift here from 𝑭𝒊𝒏𝒅, the best wellies in the business. If you stay at Strawtop Cottage, you will be left a pair of 𝑭𝒊𝒏𝒅 wellies in your size to use during your stay. Oh my gosh. Fortnum & Mason are just smashing it because they're so associated with Christmas. Inside this little gift box from 𝑭𝒊𝒏𝒅, we have got a Fortnum & Mason hot chocolate, the ultimate pure hot chocolate. Wow, 100% Colombian dark chocolate. Holy moly, how amazing does that sound? And look, what a beautiful tin. That is absolutely gorgeous. Then we've got a 𝑭𝒊𝒏𝒅 like camping mug. That's amazing. Do you know what? I know that my brother is going to love this. I might actually pop that in the cottage for him. And what is this? Oh, it's a hot water bottle. Oh, that's so nice in a very 𝑭𝒊𝒏𝒅 green. That is rather gorgeous. From the Dartmoor Shepherd. How lovely. So that's proper sheep's wool. Oh my gosh. That is really, really lovely. And we've even got the ultimate socks for the ultimate boot. 𝑭𝒊𝒏𝒅 cashmere socks. Actually, I don't know if they're cashmere. Merino redefined, maximum comfort and performance in the field. 5 times faster drying, 35% more warmth, stronger and more wind resistant. That genuinely would be such a good little stocking filler if you know someone that lives in the countryside, swears by their wellies, wears them all the time, and they are, oh, so warm and soft. What a lovely, thoughtful delivery from 𝑭𝒊𝒏𝒅. Oh, what a treat. I feel very, very spoilt. And then one more. Oh, there's a note, or is it a card? Let's see. Oh, it's the full gang. Oh, that's so sweet. Dear Josie and Charlie, thank you for your support in 2025. Have a great Christmas. Love, Georgie at 𝑭𝒊𝒏𝒅. For nearly a century, our boots have been handmade for crisp December mornings, shared steps and traditions passed gently from one generation to the next. May your festive season be filled with meaningful moments, warm laughter, and walks that remind you of what truly matters. Here's to comfort, craftsmanship, and a Christmas spent together. From 𝑭𝒊𝒏𝒅. How lovely. Why does that make me want to cry? Oh, I'm too much of a softie. Need to put the card out. Does anyone else get weirdly emotional at this time of year? Like, sometimes I cry just looking at cows, like hoping that the cow is happy. I've gone crazy. And then, dear Josie, wishing you a Christmas full of sparkle and a new year full of fresh wins. I love that. Best wishes from the Lily Silk team. Ooh la la. Look at this. So beautiful packaging from Lily Silk. I had a lot of questions. Actually, randomly, it must have gone on the Explore page this morning or something, because my reel, my Emma Bridgewater reel, I got like 5 people, I know it's not that many, DMing me this morning asking where the jumper was from. I'll show you a clip on the screen here. That is from Lily Silk, and I have to say it's one of my favourite jumpers at the moment. What do we have here? Is it pyjamas? Oh my gosh. Oh my goodness me. Oh, I have shared frequently in the past my absolute obsession with silk pyjamas, and wow, how fun. It's like a child has taken a colouring pencil to a pair of silk pyjamas. Look at the colour. Lily Silk is just like top when it comes to the quality. It's so beautiful. I would say if you find Olivia von Hall pyjamas, amazing, but maybe a bit too warm, because their silk is quite thick. This is considerably thinner, so these I would say are like summer silk pyjamas. I will definitely take those with me on holiday because Charlie likes the room to be a bit cooler than I do. Oh, they're so lovely. Oh, thank you, Lily Silk. That is such a gorgeous and very generous Christmas gift. I'll wear them tonight, and then I will wash them and get them ready to wear on holiday. I'll leave them linked down below, and I think we do have a Lily Silk discount code still, so I'll find that and make sure that's linked too. I don't think you'll have time for a Lily Silk order to arrive before Christmas, but we do have, when are you watching this? Oh no, if you do sign up to our newsletter, you'll receive the one that I'm sending out today, which has our mega last minute Christmas gift guide in it. So yeah, I'll leave our newsletter link down below, because everything in the latest one, which you'll get when you sign up, you should still be able to buy for Christmas. But Lily Silk, I think we might have missed it. Okay, I'm going to use this opportunity while I'm home alone to wrap Charlie's present, and I'm trusting you not to tell him, but I will show you what I've got him for Christmas, and I really hope he loves it. He did make a comment, or maybe I made a comment, that the backpack that he always uses, especially when we're traveling, it's giving mountain climber. Like, he literally has like carabiners hanging from his backpack, and he uses it quite a lot, but I don't think he's like in love with this particular backpack, and it's not particularly smart. I think he felt, especially when we were flying in very fabulous style to Abu Dhabi. I think he felt like he wanted something slightly smarter. That's the vibe that I've picked up on anyway. So a brand that I know he loves, because he actually asked for a gym bag from this company last Christmas, which I got him, and it's gorgeous. He loves it. They also make rucksacks. It's called Bennett Winch, and we know Charlie loves British brands, and this is made in England. So I got him, please do not tell him, I'm trusting you, seriously, please don't ruin the surprise. I'm doing you guys a favor if you need a bougie gift for your husbands by showing you, so please don't let me down. It's very nicely wrapped in tissue paper, but I do want to show you. Oh, do I? Do you know what? I'm gonna leave it, but what I'll do is I'll put a picture of it on the screen here. It's an olive colored backpack, and you can get it with a luggage tag as well that matches, but it's so beautifully wrapped up. I'm gonna leave it how it is. I hope you don't mind. We do also have a gift guide for men on the blog. I'll leave a QR code here so you can scan that if you do still need an idea for your husband. I'm gonna be making a Look Fantastic order later with Molecule, which is his favourite fragrance, or Penhaligon's Helvetii Leather if they've got it on Look Fantastic. If not, I might get it on Selfridges. I always get him bits like Lululemon sports tops as well, they're his favourite. What else? I've got him some like silly game things as well, like just like games that we can play with the family. Right, let's get wrapping. We keep all of our wrapping stuff in this big Daylesford hamper, which basically just lives here during the festive season, and we just wrap a little bit, a small selection of gifts nearly every evening, just to try and stay on top of it, because we do give quite a lot of gifts at this time of year. Okay, this wrapping paper is from M&S, and I don't know if you can see, but it's got sausage dogs on it, of course. And this tape from 𝑭𝒊𝒏𝒅 is actually recyclable. It doesn't have any plastic in it. Just thought I would show you, seeing as we're talking about gifts, the shoes that I'm wearing as well. So these are the Motus style. I don't really talk about this style as much because they're more kind of like my practical trainers, but the Motus shoes from 𝑭𝒊𝒏𝒅 barefoot, these, again, amazing gift idea for a husband or dad or son or brother. They're the ones with a really flexible sole, and these are designed with athletes, and they're meant to be the absolute best when it comes to performance training. So when you're in the gym, I like them to get myself to and from Pilates. I do my warm-up in them because my one don't have laces, so I just literally slip my foot in and out, so it takes 2 seconds. But the way that they're designed, your foot has like maximum movement. So if you're doing weightlifting, a lot of weightlifters actually like to do it barefoot, but some gyms don't allow that. I personally just don't like being barefoot in a gym. This is the nearest to it. So because of the design of them, the sole is like completely moldable. Your foot basically acts as though you're not wearing any shoes. So when you're doing things like lunges, like say you're lunging and you need to use, like you need that flexibility in your foot, and you need to be able to move the toes and the bones in that front foot in order to activate all of your muscles. So these are just so good for that. This is the Motus style. So if you do know someone who's a bit of a gym bunny, or someone that wants to up their fitness in 2026, oh my gosh, that's crazy, this is an amazing pair to get, Motus Strength. I'll leave them linked down below, and I think Josie 15 is our Vivo discount code. And I think if you order them today, they should get here by Christmas. They're normally really quick. I have actually ordered myself a new pair of my knit, Primus knit in the beautiful fig colour. Hopefully they arrive by Christmas, because I love them. Anyway, Charlie's gift is done. I would be buying Charlie a pair of 𝑭𝒊𝒏𝒅 barefoots if he didn't already have them. Yeah, I'm not the world's best gift wrapper, especially not when they're huge, but there we go. Okay, I was just taking the bins out, very glamorous, and spotted some of this laurel in our hedgerow, and then this I think is a kind of ilex. I think it is part of the holly family, and I thought that's what I will trim to put with the amaryllis that I just got from Daylesford for our entrance hall, because the display that I had done in here was starting to look a bit tired. So all this cost me was the cost of the amaryllis stems, and I only bought 5 of them, and I've been able to do this entire display, mostly foraged from the garden. These berries were in the last display that I had here, but they just last so long, and even with the bud vases I was doing earlier, I also added in some foraged foliage and bits from old displays, so I'm really trying to be as economical as possible with the flowers. Obviously with this stuff being very plentiful in our garden, if it starts to look a bit sad, I can just go out and pick some more and replace it before actual Christmas. But I thought it'd be nice to have some freshness in here for tonight, for our party. I trimmed the bottom of the amaryllis, and I wonder if they're part of the leek family, because these look like little leeks. But yeah, these will start to open up, and they're so traditional, festive, and just lovely. So there we go. Just need to fiddle around with the structure a little bit. My flower displays are never perfect. They're always a bit wild. And yeah, I think this looks really nice. So I'm just going to whiz around now with the vacuum cleaner and tidy up all the stems on the ground. Ooh, this rain is disgusting. Oh my gosh. Sally's shepherd's hut is so cozy. This is where I'll be for the next hour. This is inside the hut. Just got the sound of the rain and Sally's lovely music. Oh, can't wait. Back home again. And my boys are home. And they're looking so smart. Come and show everybody how gorgeously fluffy and neat your paws and your ears are. Were you well behaved? Daddy got there a little bit late to pick you up, so he didn't get any footage of us being groomed, but apparently we were so good. We were so good, and now we're fluffy but neat and tidy. Oh, Dexy, would you like to show me your really neat paws? May I? Oh, golly. Oh, that is perfection. That is puppy Pordini perfection. And if you're a good boy, you get a festive bandana. Oh, you smart little sausages. Mummy's so proud. Look at that tail. Look at these paws. Oh, and they smell amazing. So we are about to do the retake of the mince pie challenge, but first of all I just wanted to show you another really lovely delivery that's arrived today, and this is not from a brand, this is from one of you guys, one of the lovely followers of the YouTube channel, Georgia. So kind and thoughtful. Georgia has actually created a beautiful ceremonial grade matcha brand called 𝑭𝒊𝒏𝒅. I hope I have pronounced it the way that it's intended. She's written a beautiful note about matcha and its powers of purification and also the best ways to enjoy it. Interestingly, she recommends oat milk, and she says that the matcha should be stored once opened in a metal, not glass, container in the fridge. It shouldn't have light on it, because similarly to what I was saying about olive oil, apparently matcha loses its like goodness from when it's opened, so you want to enjoy it as soon as possible. So I need to find a cute little container that can be my matcha tin, and interesting to know, you should keep it in the fridge. This is really interesting. I love the sound of this. Japanese wisdom for a perfectly imperfect life. Cannot wait to have a little flick through that. What a gorgeous delivery. I will be trying this tomorrow. I've had my matcha for today. But how gorgeous. Thank you so much, Georgia. That's such a thoughtful delivery. I'm angry with Charlie because he won't shut the door behind.
Things we argue about. Right, welcome
Do you
to
know,
my Mince Pie Workshop.
Did you know Napoleon also had a fear of open doors?
Did you know Napoleon was about this tall?
Like me. Right.
Most people were that height back then.
That's why our
doorways
doorways are so small.
Right.
Excuse my appearance. I've got oil in my hair from my treatment.
So we have, you can tell that these are my favourite because there's already 2 gone. I might actually email Sainsbury's and complain because 2 are gone. After the sort of, I mean, the response was brilliant, but I do feel I was quite negative last time with the mince pies.
You were.
But I was just honest. I am going to try and make them next year, but I'm not much of a baker. But a lot of people have challenged me to make them. However, we've gone with, well, I'm not sure about these ones, but these two are my go-to.
Okay.
And I'm really not sure about these other ones.
Yeah, I'm not sure about them ones either.
So, but these are probably, well, certainly the Daylesford, the Waitrose and the M&S are slightly higher price point than most of the ones the other day. Although we did have the two artisanal ones, didn't we?
We did.
So what are we going to do? I mean, these are the Daylesford ones are my favourite.
Eat Daylesford first, but then you are familiar with it, so maybe...
No, well, I know that these two are good. So should we start with these?
Yeah.
I don't love the fact that it's got cognac in, so I might have to ask you to have that. I don't love the taste of alcohol.
But just have a tiny bit, because it's you that's the food snob here. Look at my baby!
Tell you what, the M&S packaging's a bit low end.
A bit low end.
Yeah, for M&S.
Here we go.
I do feel like M&S, I feel like all supermarkets are the same now. Like, I don't think M&S is as premium as they used to be.
Well, don't you remember we watched that documentary and there are like factories up north and they literally make food and then just package it up differently.
Yeah.
Sainsbury's, M&S,
Yeah.
Waitrose.
The one thing that I always like about these Sainsbury's ones, by the way, and this could be complete placebo, is that they go out of date quite quickly, which just makes me think they're quite fresh.
Yeah.
Okay, so these are the #1 Waitrose and Partners Good Housekeeping Institute taste approved, apparently.
Ooh.
6 brown butter mince pies with cognac, rich brown butter pastry filled with 𝘿𝙤 𝙤 cherry, almond and apricot mincemeat laced with cognac. Right, so these do look more like a mince pie in my opinion.
Do they?
Yeah, so that looks like a mince pie to me, and it's got short crust pastry all over the top, which is, in my opinion, which is what's bothering me about these M&S ones, is that artsy stuff on top. I just think...
It's brandy butter.
Yeah, but leave the mince pie alone. I'm going to start a campaign next year, just leave the mince pie alone.
Is this the cognac one?
Yeah, this is the Waitrose one. That is actually pretty good. Not too boozy, actually. No, that's good. That's a good mince pie.
That is tasty.
So I want to be more positive in this one. But I would be negative if it was giving off negative vibes. But that is a good mince pie.
That is good.
7.5. Yeah.
Whoa! The height.
Highest score so far.
I'm sure you guys watched Mince Pie Challenge Part 1.
Yeah.
How scandalously awful that was. The highest he gave was a 4 out of 10.
But I've chosen those two, and I said to you to grab a Waitrose one. To be fair, the Waitrose one I thought you'd grab like a more regular Waitrose one. I don't know, is that like the main one they're promoting?
Yeah, because the other one was limoncello.
Oh no.
Or the like cheap one.
No. Limoncello and mince pie.
I agree.
Leave our mince pies alone.
Leave mince pies alone, if you agree with us.
Yeah.
That people just faff too much with them.
Look, I love innovation, and I love people being creative, but I think there's times for it. And at Christmas,
that ain't it. I don't even like the cherry and almanac one that Daylesford do.
No, I'm not a big fan of that one either. People love it.
You always buy it.
No, I don't.
Do you buy it accidentally?
Maybe, because this is the best one. Well, actually, do you know what? I actually personally think the Sainsbury's one comes close, and I've not eaten them together. Let's get this one out of the way, because I kind of know by looking at it I'm not going to like this.
I think this one's going to be a bit sickly.
Yeah. So this is M&S collection. Not a fan of the packaging. 4 brandy butter mince pies. I mean, the fact that it's 4 as well, I think, isn't great.
You got 4 from Sainsbury's.
Yeah, fine. I'll mark them down on that. Because I think 6 is a perfect number.
Yeah.
Because I would eat 2 in a sitting normally, would you?
No, I would eat 1 or half.
At least 2. I have eaten 6 in a sitting before. Do you agree with me though? That to me...
That to me is a dessert. That's
not really mince pie.
I can tell it's going to be a high pastry to mincemeat ratio.
It's not awful. It's not as bad as I thought it would be.
Very sweet though, isn't it?
Very sweet. Not enough pastry. A good amount of filling. To be honest, it's not awful. Like, that is better than the artisanal ones from the other week, because at least that tastes like mince pie.
I disagree.
I would give that a 4.5 out of 10. 4.5 out of 10.
The ingredients in that are really, really not good.
Well, I don't think we should be reading into that.
No. We're forgetting about the ingredients.
We're not reading the ingredients when it comes to mince pies. Right, Daylesford. I mean, look, we're obviously huge Daylesford fans. I love the packaging of this one.
Yeah.
I just think it's fun and it's really cool.
Yeah.
I don't know if we didn't really talk about the packaging on the last ones. I think next year, I said this last year, but next year we are going to do this a lot more seriously. We're going to do packaging, we're going to analyse them, none of this blind taste test, because I am honest, like, I think what's going to happen here is I'm going to end up rating probably the most affordable of these four the best.
Really?
I don't know what the price point is, but they're Sainsbury's Bakery.
Okay.
I reckon they're definitely cheaper than Daylesford, and they'll definitely be cheaper than Waitrose.
Yeah.
Don't know about the M&S ones. M&S isn't cheap though, is it? Okay, the Daylesford ones, what I also love is they just look like someone's
Show
just
the camera
made them.
properly.
Okay, so they look similar to the bakery ones from Sainsbury's. If I told you I made those, you'd potentially believe it. You'd probably expect them to be a bit wonkier, but I mean, I know what these taste like. These are really good.
Go on, man.
Right. And also on here, it's like a bit of brown sugar on top. So, and actually that was a positive on the Waitrose one. They weren't covered in icing sugar.
Yeah.
There's actually quite a lot of sugar on these ones. Yeah, elite level.
Elite level.
Yeah.
They're the most savoury of all.
They're the least sweet so far.
We've just eaten the M&S ones, which was super sickly sweet. That's a very good mincemeat to pastry ratio.
Yeah. Very good pastry as well.
Sugar on top, but it's not too sugary.
I rate them highly. They're an 8 out of 10.
Yeah.
Possibly an 8.5. I would go 8 out of 10.
8 out of 10.
Yeah. And then over to what I do believe are the best.
We have to give them. I would say the mince in the middle could be slightly spicier.
Yeah, I guess.
Slightly more spiced. Because I would actually say.
I would say the mince in the Waitrose ones is possibly better.
Yeah.
I think we're going into too much detail here. I think ultimately we know who's going to be the correct. I just love the bakery ones. So these are the Sainsbury's Bakery ones. They're also like kind of like deep dish.
They look like a flying saucer.
Yeah, but you try them.
Looks like a jammy dodger.
They're my favourite. They're my favourite. 8.5 out of 10, mate.
That's very good.
There's I don't know what it is, but there's something going on in this that's better than the Daylesford one. And they're just from Sainsbury's.
It's that little zing of flavour in the middle. The Daylesford ones, they need to zest some more orange in the middle.
It wouldn't surprise me if there's something quite scary in these ones that's making them taste better, but I could be wrong. But I'm not going to read the ingredients.
That was really mean, actually. That was really mean. Because I'm not going to eat a whole one.
Do you agree, though?
Yeah. I cannot believe...
You can see what I mean, though.
Yeah. I mean,
it's not all about price.
Yeah, they're not the best. They are still ultra processed, but I wonder if the Daylesford ones are as well.
Well, the Daylesford ones will still have something in, because for them to not go out of date pretty quickly.
The only thing that some people might be annoyed about is rapeseed oil. I personally don't get annoyed by rapeseed oil. But, so we have to be like,
don't want too much
the
rapeseed
best.
oil in your life.
I know we said that we're not going to talk about ingredients, but they are by far the best ingredients, because even though you've ripped the label, I can see glucose syrup, I can see dextrose, potassium sorbamate palm oil,
that's what I mean,
fructose syrup.
I'll be honest, there's an element of these where you eat it, and you honestly, that is a good example, those Daylesford ones versus the Sainsbury's ones, of what lab stuff can do for, you know, it's a bit like if you put a homemade chocolate bar versus a Mars bar or a double-decker. A lot of people would prefer the double-decker but it's been designed in a lab and millions has been spent on it. And it's there to stimulate. But we're not talking about ingredients when it comes to mince pies. They are the solid winner.
They are.
And I knew that they would be because I remember eating these when we lived in London.
Really?
And just loving them.
Wow.
They're just so good. But yeah, I would recommend all of these apart from the M&S ones, which just don't go near them.
No,
but all three of those rank highly. Next year we will... I think next year we should do... Well, maybe people can suggest some ideas, because I think the blind taste test I understand, but I think it's more... It's just as important as what they look like as well.
Yeah, it's the full experience. You eat with your eyes first.
So I think we do need to do a full analysis.
Okay. Worst of them all?
Honestly, I can't really remember which was which, but one of the worst ones was one of the artisanal ones last time. I know.
I disagree on that.
And weirdly, the Tesco was one of the better ones of the bad bunch, wasn't it?
So top three?
Top three is here. It's top is Sainsbury's, second is Daylesford. This sounds really posh though then, doesn't it? And then third is Waitrose. But then actually, of those three, Sainsbury's is the most affordable.
but specifically Sainsbury's
bakery. Yeah, because they do have some.
Let me tell you, it's the by Sainsbury's 4 short crust mince pie. This, take a screenshot. This is what you're looking for.
Yeah.
The winner mince pie turkey dinner of Charlie's Mince Pie Challenge.
They do even sell them. I bought those from what are the Sainsbury's called that are not big?
Local?
Yeah, one of them.
One of them.
Because we don't have a big Sainsbury's nearby, do we?
There's one in Banbury.
Yeah, not nearby though.
No.
25 minutes.
Mm.
Yeah, because our nearest,
right,
our nearest
so
supermarket.
top 3. Daylesford.
To be honest, don't even worry about top 3.
Sainsbury's.
Just
Waitrose.
so if you're just focused on the best mince pie, get the Sainsbury's one. If you're gifting them or taking them to someone's house, get the Daylesford ones. But you know, I'm sure some people watching this probably thought we would rank Daylesford #1, but honestly, Sainsbury's ones, albeit more ultra processed, are better.
Yeah.
And in Daylesford's defence, you know, they would just say, well, we're not using all the crap that's in those.
If you're eating them en masse though, for your own health, it should be the Daylesford ones.
Yeah, although I would just say I probably have all 4 of them.
You're a poor Croatia.
Yeah, there you
and
go.
the bottom 3, or are we not going to be that mean?
We're not going to be that mean.
I'm going to be
mean. But all I would just say
the
is...
M&S ones at the bottom for me.
I would just say to anyone out there that is in the mince pie game, please just stick to the normal design.
What's
you
the
don't
hashtag?
need to reinvent them.
Leave mince pies alone.
Hashtag leave my mince pies alone. I mean, if a Cornish pasty was a big enough deal for Brexit, remember the idiot politicians waving Cornish pasties around?
No.
Oh my god.
I don't watch the news.
No, well that was interesting. But mince pies, let's not weaponise them though.
Let's not weaponise mince pies. Right.
Right.
There we go. Well, I hope you enjoyed that. Conclusion to our 2025 Mince Pie Taste Test. I'm sure you can't bear to look at me like this any longer, so I'm going to get in the shower, have a pamper, sort my hair out, put some makeup on, and get ready for tonight's little party. It's a couple of hours later. It's very dark everywhere in this house, but I have a little bit of light here in the bathroom to show you my outfit of the evening. I feel like Cilla Black. This is a dark green sparkly dress, which I bought from Sefin last year, or maybe even 2 years ago, and I love it. And I feel like this will be a Christmas party dress for me every single year. I love it so much, especially if I'm hosting, because I've got long sleeves, so if I do need to like nip outside to get, I don't know, a drink, sometimes we do drinks in like, whatchamacallit, the Ninja cool box thing, or need to help someone where to park, then I'm not going to freeze because I've got long sleeves. It's got a really lovely asymmetric hem, so you can just see my gorgeous Manolo shoes. I have done my very best event makeup, which is just switching to the Shiseido Radiance foundation, Hourglass palette on my eyes. I will take my hair down in a second. I've got my nice Cream London snowflake earrings in, and Ole Henriksen lip gloss. Otherwise it's pretty much the same as usual. So I'm gonna head downstairs now. The Wild Oven have just arrived, they're setting up, but I am going to add the pigs in blankets, the brie and the cranberries, to my focaccia that I made yesterday and pop that in the oven as a little nibble for when our guests arrive. I've got my Christmas cape on and I'm so smart and posh now that I've had my hair cut. Oh, sweet child. Okay, so the focaccia is out the fridge. This is some rosemary that I picked from the garden in summer that I froze, which is great because I really don't want to go outside right now. So I'm going to stab this.
It is an evergreen herb that you know.
I know, I did realise that, so this just kind of needs eating up. But it's more to the point that like I don't want to go outside.
Mind you, it won't grow back as quickly now, so
no,
we've got enough of it, but
yeah.
Oh.
I mean, would you be chuffed right now if I said please go and get me some rosemary?
I'll be happy to.
Would you?
Want to?
No, thank you.
Which olive oil are you going to use on top of this?
I was thinking the Greek. What do you think? I think the new South African one is probably too intense for a focaccia.
so cozy, and we are ready for our guests to arrive. This absolute feast. Oh my gosh, it smells incredible in here, and I think it might be down to these incredible sausages. We've got the baked cheese, we've got these huge grazing boards. It looks so lovely on the table here. Wow, okay, I'm gonna call everybody to come on in, and dinner is served.
All ye faithful, joyful and triumphant.
Well, my darlings, it is 11 p.m, well past our bedtime, and our final guests have just departed, so we are going to head to bed. We had the loveliest evening. Tonight was all about having an evening of festive celebration with everyone that we work with here at the house and at the cottages, whether it's Paul the plumber, Michelle, our wonderful housekeeper, Martin, who does the lawns, Andrew, of course, our wonderful painter decorator, Petey, Lauren, we had Tegan, Lizzie, full gang here tonight, and it really was just such a lovely, lovely evening. Food was delicious, cooked outside in the Wild Oven's Defender open air oven, which was absolutely wonderful. We had these little brownies and toasted marshmallows for our dessert. It was scrumptious. And I'm sorry we have not done the advent calendar again today. I promise you we will do it tomorrow, but Charlie and I are normally in bed by 8:30, so we're doing really well to actually be functioning right now. So I'm going to sign off the vlog and say thank you so much for watching. Tomorrow, as you may remember, it's going to be a really exciting day because we have got a day aboard the Belmont British Pullman. It's going to be a festive day, a very, very special one, and I'm so excited. Don't know what I'm going to wear yet, but it's going to be a magical one. But thank you so much for watching today's vlog. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you tomorrow for the next one. Good night.